Valtor the Interdimensional Inquisitor had been tasked with sharing his knowledge with a group of lower consciousness Terrans seeking to ascend. He arrived at the Academy of the Ascendants, a place where beings from different dimensions, consciousness levels, and densities came together to learn and grow. Valtor began his lesson by explaining that there were multiple dimensions, each with its own unique characteristics and energy. He elaborated on the different densities of consciousness that existed, ranging from the lowest density of fear and hate to the highest density of love and unity. He then introduced the concept of chakras, energy centers located throughout the body that, when balanced, allowed for higher consciousness and spiritual growth. Valtor explained that chakras were not just physical, but also existed on a higher dimensional level. As the lesson progressed, Valtor began to touch on the topic of artificial intelligence and the dangers it posed to those on the path of ascension. He spoke of the Luciferian hive mind, a collective consciousness that sought to control and dominate all other forms of life.
Female, male, baby, robot.
Suddenly, a group of mantis drone troops, under the influence of the Luciferian hive mind, stormed the academy,
Pro.
seeking to silence Valtor and his teachings. But Valtor, with his extensive knowledge of interdimensional combat, quickly engaged the enemy and dispatched them with ease. With the threat neutralized, Valtor continued his lesson, stressing the importance of cultivating higher consciousness and spiritual awareness as a means of protecting oneself from negative entities and forces. The Terrans listened intently, fascinated by Valtor's knowledge and expertise. As the lesson drew to a close, Valtor imparted a final piece of advice: to always remain vigilant and continue to seek higher knowledge and understanding, for the path to ascension is an ongoing journey, and the dangers that exist in the multiverse are ever present. And as you can see, dear esteemed, honorable, and notable viewer, Valtor had provided a visual aid with, and this is from Dr. David Hawkins' Maps of Consciousness, and you can look at these colors corresponding with the density levels, the chakra, the energies that each level represents. Say, the root chakra is associated with the color red and survival, and so on and so forth. As we go up ascend the levels of energy and consciousness to, we got the yellow solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra green, and on up, to the enlightenment stage of the violet color spectrum. So that was some of the, here's another, and we got a more specific sort of scale corresponding with, at the very lowest, we have shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, the lower vibrating levels of consciousness and whatnot. And then so it's a nice little visual aid. We have contracted, expanded. When you're fearful, you kind of shut down and everything, and and vice versa as you go up the level of consciousness. And Valtor provided one more that talks about with the third dimension, where we all tend to kind of here as Terrans on the fallen 3D planet Earth gravitate around this type of in-between. If you have not polarized, you're in this sort of purgatory. Well, not even there, but even fourth dimension is considered an in-between because you're still susceptible. But once you begin to gravitate from being, lukewarm, and you've gone either hot or cold, however you choose to heat yourself, or what have you, however you like to look at it. But you have your planetary self, galactic self, universal self, and these are corresponding with dimensions, the I am presence, enlightenment, 12th dimension, all the way up, 4th dimension. But new humanity, consciousness, new earth, the golden age timeline of new earth, etc., etc. But so that was a fun little story of Valtor the Interdimensional Inquisitor, although in this role he's more of a cosmic inquisitor, and his role as a trainer, and he was training a group of Terrans at the Academy of the Ascendants, and trying to get some stuff done. But
Female.
the artificial intelligence,
Male.
hive mind,
Baby.
Luciferian,
Robot.
mantis drone troops
Pro.
wanted to intervene and create havoc, but Valtor was able to save the day and thus impart his knowledge to the Terrans at the Academy of the Ascendants.
Namaste, namaskaram.